their shoes, we do the same thing. And what are you gonna do? Say, throw your hands up in the air? It's all right. It can be done. We just gotta be good at some things that will allow us to compete with them.
Have you kind of found that formula, and it's just more of the same?
To some extent, we learn things, tweak things. We all make mistakes and learn from them, in life. So I don't know. We're not going around trying to emulate them. It works for them, and God bless them. If we're in their situation, we do the same thing.
You were able to update them.
But we've got 3 or 4 really good candidates. We're kind of sifting through some, making sure we've taken everybody into consideration. And like I said before, we're not going to get caught into some false deadline. So when it happens. We're going to get a good one. And taking a lot of input from our coaches. They're currently other 5 coaches, and a little bit from everybody. So it's a hard job. It's been surprising to me. Not surprising me how many people really not have said no, just said, geez, you mean I got to be there every day, 7 days a week, and do this every day? Oh yeah, that's what a hitting coach does. Yeah, you mean we talk a lot about it. The hitting coach job in the major leagues has become one of the most challenging jobs in baseball, other than a player. The physical part of it, that's why you see these assistants. I mean, it's a constant. It's challenging, and to find a good one's really hard to find.
But having said that, how does that affect the way you do select a hitting coach?
Well, the hitting coach for us sometimes has to be a little different than the hitting coach for some other teams you've mentioned. It is. So every situation, calls for a little different. Yeah, but I'm not looking for a guy with a big shtick or, a bunch of crazy mechanics. I'm just looking for a dependable, solid guy that is sincere and counts, that our players can count on, and fits into everybody's strengths and weaknesses.
How important is big league coaching experience?
Not a prerequisite. I mean, it's all relevant. I mean, I'm always, as you know, Rich, going to look from within before I look somewhere else. That's why we interviewed Jeff Manto. But that's not a prerequisite. That stuff lasts for about 2 weeks, and then you want to know how you're going to help them be a good player and how you're going to help them win.
Doc, how important for you to add outfielder?
You talking about Aoki? Is that where you're going? No, not necessarily. We got Darryl Alvarez coming. We got some good young players, some depth. Uridi is still on our roster. I think he's going to jump out at us this spring. We've got Steve Pierce. I mean, we opened today, Steve would be in right field. Now, depth-wise, we still have Quentin Berry. We've got some other players we're looking at. Probably missed a couple of guys, but it's something we've talked about and kicked around. We've kind of got it prefed out upstairs. A lot will depend on how much it costs, what kind of commitment. It's not about the money. Well, it'll probably be about the money.
Can you talk about the scope and his development down the stretch? And what you
Real
saw
proud
from
of
him
John.
this season?
Real proud of John. He got a little bogged down at the end. I think got a little tired. First time young players play in September and October. I mean, it's a challenge for him physically. So I think more mentally and emotionally than anything. I think he's got a chance to only get better. I don't think there's anybody in the American League that turns a double play better than him. And it was what allowed us to keep running him out there, because he was a contributor and a difference maker defensively. Now I would like to see him take a little jump from what he learned this year. There's another great thing about having JJ there. So that's another way we could get better, is John, brings some areas of his offensive game up. He's capable. He's certainly capable. He was a college junior, senior last year, basically. I try to keep that in mind.